Okay, boys and girls, this is going to be a very, very raw video. I've got a little bit of a script here to follow, but very raw. And also, I will be taking this video down in the next like 24 to 48 hours. The reason why I will be taking it down is because this video actually goes against the brand I am building now that I'm moving into something else. Okay, but essentially, I quit closing and got my life back. Okay, it sounds a little bit extreme, but it is the truth. Okay, now just to give you some background on my sales journey, for those who don't know, it started with a failed business, like most of us did before closing. In February 2024, I paid $6,000 to my mentor, Connor Healy, absolute fucking legend. I then first sold for a B2B marketing agency, didn't do too well there because I sucked at sales. Then went to a trading education company offer, had my first 10K month in July 2024, about 4 or 5 months into the industry. Got pretty good at sales there. Offer went to shit due to terrible leadership and fulfillment, as is in the info space. Went to a high ticket service company, almost instantly was one of their top performers. Realized there I'm pretty good at sales considering I just was a top performer in the last offer, then this one. Then in December 2024, I was recruited to one of the best offers in the space, and 12 months on that offer later, I made 400K in commission. That's not cash collected, that's commission into my bank account. Moved to Dubai, retired my partner. I had a consistent 35% close rate. I was doing $1,000 cash collected per scheduled call, so very profitable. And overall, I got pretty fucking good at sales, communication, leadership, and was a pretty good closer. So I didn't quit because I was bad. As you can see, that's why I'm telling you this. I was pretty good, but everything I set out in sales, I had achieved. Everything I set out to do, I had achieved, sorry. Now, despite making 30, 40, 50K a month, despite having multiple six-figure income, moving to Dubai, retiring my partner, despite all these fucking things here, life wasn't perfect, okay? And you're probably experiencing this now if you're in the same situation, okay? The problems I was facing personally was my income was still tied to my time, okay? I had location freedom, but I may as well have been in fucking Africa because you're stuck in your apartment taking sales calls all the time, all right? Yes, you're location free, but you literally cannot leave. Okay, you're looking out the window. At my apartment in Dubai, I was looking out the window. I could see everyone out there, and I'm just stuck in here taking sales calls all fucking day. Every sale I got as well was just building an asset for someone else, because once I get that sale, if that student goes on and does well and they get results that become a testimonial, you can then use that in ads and get more clients. Whereas I got the sale and that was my commission, which is the way it is. I had a capped income. Okay, despite everyone saying sales is uncapped, it is capped to a certain degree with your time. Obviously, it's higher than other industries and other roles, but it was still capped. Same conversation every single day, hours on hours on hours on hours, same discovery, same fucking questions, same person you're speaking to. That starts to take a toll. Every month as well, you start from zero, so you have a massive month, lots of energy, lots of an emotional roller coaster put into it, and then hey, it's the start of the month, guys. We got to go again. As well with that, I didn't write it down here, but companies make changes to commission structures as well, which mean you have to keep working harder. For example, I'm going to say it. The company I was closing for went from like 10% flat commission to 12% roughly. I'm just putting my laptop on charge. To then, if you were below a certain cash collected, you'd be at like 8% commission, 7% commission, which is totally fine. I understand it's to weed out low performers, but I had time off for a month because I had to get my hair transplant. And although my close rate was like 40% plus, cash collected per scheduled call was so profitable, I made less money and was punished because I took time off, even though I'd been there for 12 months making a lot of money. Okay, another problem with it. Again, dealing with prospects I did not actually give a shit about, nor could I relate to. And I wasn't growing or challenging myself in any way. It was easy. I was really easily making 30, 40, 50K a month. Like, it was not hard at all. Now, with all this here, I wasn't one of those closers who sat in it and just accepted it as a way of life. I did do things to change, did do things to get out of this situation. Now, false solutions that I did try that you may be thinking of doing, and what most closers do. I did think of going into management and having like 2, 3, 4 offers that I manage, and then taking on rev share, profit share, whatever it is. But I did not pursue it as I wanted to stay on the offer I was with at the time. Very good offer, very good company, great people I was working with. And also the sales manager that's there at that time and still there now, Blaine, he's a fucking legend, very trusted. He wasn't going on anywhere anytime soon. So what I did, and this is what you might be thinking of doing, is I started my own sales coaching business, Remote Sales University. This is like every other kid in the last year to 2 years who's made 10K a month in sales, 10K a month, some of them haven't. But I did that, and I scaled to 35K a month off of purely organic and referrals. I had 20 clients, and that was within 3 months. So kind of successful, okay, for 3 months, just uploading videos on YouTube. 20 clients, 35K a month, okay, almost 6 figures rev. Now, the problems that you will come to and what I come to with my own sales coaching business is I lacked marketing and business skills, okay? Despite us closers thinking we are entrepreneurs, thinking we know everything about business because we know how to do sales and because we made one change in our life and we worked inside multiple 6, 7, 8 figure companies, we actually are really bad at business, okay? I promise you, you're not as good at business and good as an entrepreneur as you think you are. You're just a closer, okay? Number 2, the business that I built, remote sales, meant me doing even more sales work, which is what I kind of wanted to get away from, okay? Despite it being different because I was coaching and I didn't mind the coaching side of stuff, it's actually pretty rewarding when your client's getting results. I still have to talk about sales on every coaching call. Again, there's nothing wrong with that, but when you've been doing it for 18 to 24 months, you don't really want to do that on all your coaching calls, okay? So, the actual solution, okay, after going through all this here and trying this, building a business, the actual solution is I looked at my skill set weaknesses, okay, and I decided I wanted to get paid to learn that skill. For me, I found this out with my own education company. I wasn't good at marketing. It's the same for you if you're a closer out there. You know sales, okay, you don't know marketing. So what I did was I got a role with the company I was closing for as a marketer. Okay, I was able to get paid to learn the weakness that I had in business at that time. So in future, I could have not only sales skills, which were great at that time, but also marketing skills. Okay, and when you know marketing and sales in a business, obviously it's not guaranteed to succeed, but it makes things a heck of a lot fucking easier. So for the last 6 to 8 months, that is what I've been doing. I've been in a marketing role. Now, what does my life look like now as a result of doing this? Well, financially, I have a 6-figure per year base salary. Okay, now it's less than sales, but it's a very good feeling knowing I don't start the month at 0 and I don't have to fucking go through an emotional roller coaster just to cover my bills. And number 2, I also have a performance structure which allows me to make multiple 6 figures. Okay, obviously I need to drive revenue for that, but just like sales where you have commission structure, I have a performance structure as well. Okay, so not only do I have the benefits of security and a base salary whilst I learn a new skill, but also have the upside of if I deliver results, I make more money, which is great. In terms of my time, I completely own my schedule. So for example, I can get a haircut in the middle of the day and it takes 20, 30 minutes. I can grab lunch with my girl. I can go for a motorbike ride. I'm here in Bali right now. I can go for a run. I can go for a tan and duck out for 10, 15 minutes, get the sun. I pretty much control my own time and my own schedule. Okay, now obviously with that, you still need to get your work done. I still need to get my tasks done for the day. But I don't have any issues with discipline. I can sit in a room, I can sit there and do my work and not get distracted. So it's no problem for me. Same for you. In terms of my location, I work from anywhere. And what that means is I'm not just in another country and stuck in an apartment or a villa. Okay, for example, right now I'm in Bali, as I said earlier. There's a gym, Reload Sanctuary, pretty popular in Bali. If you've been here, you'd know it. I go sit there for 4 hours a day. I have my morning coffee there. I get some lunch. There's a pool. There's beautiful women. It's a great place to be, a great environment to be in, and I go work from there. And it doesn't matter because I can just chuck my headphones on. I don't need to be in meetings, and it's fine. Another thing, I come back to my villa after that. I then go sit in the lounge room. Sometimes my girl's there. Sometimes there's guy like I'm living with some mates. We can have a chat whilst we do work, and I don't need to be on a call and in the perfect environment to get my work done, which is better. Okay. In terms of business opportunities as well, because a lot of you guys are closers, you're probably entrepreneurial. I have a partnership now in the info space, which I've taken on, which is going to be very financially rewarding for me without taking on any risk because it is an affiliate structure. So if I drive revenue, I get an affiliate commission, okay? Pretty nice. I'm able to build a successful agency because I now know the marketing and sales function of a business. And as a result of working in these companies, I have a massive advantage. And then lastly as well, I've also been approached to become business partners with an agency doing 2 million a year, okay? And profit's obviously quite healthy as well. So if I go into that business as a business partner and they're making 100K a month, well then I'm making 50K a month instantly without having to be on sales calls, just by driving growth in a business, okay? So that is my life now as a result of learning marketing and also the future opportunities I have. So if you're stuck as a closer and you're feeling all these things here, I get it. Okay, there is a way out, and as well, you've probably been feeling that way for a while, and on all your calls, you get these prospects to make changes and embrace discomfort, yet you're the one sitting in comfort and been sitting in comfort for a long time and in golden handcuffs. So there is a better way out there. You can make the money you're making now. You can make more money than you're making now as a marketer without having to sacrifice your entire life. And yeah, if this relates to you, if you want help learning marketing, chuck me a message on Instagram. Don't worry, I'm not selling your course. But chuck me a message on Instagram, and keen to have a chat, see where you guys are in terms of your closing journey, if you feel the same way as I was 6 to 8 months ago. And this video will be down in like 24 to 48 hours.